Good day, students. I hope you are doing good. Welcome to a new class of IT 402. Today, we are going to continue with digital presentation part 2. In our last class, we had understood what is the Open Office Impress, that is the presentation software of Apache Open Office, what is the layout of slide, the entire window, the layout of the slide Open Office Impress, what are slides, what are the different types of slide layouts and the different views in which we can work in the Open Office Impress. In today's presentation, in today's video, we are going to understand how to first format a slide. That is how to change the look and feel of a presentation with the help of the different options available under Open Office. So let us go into first understanding how to format a slide. Let us see how to format text in a slide. So I have a slide which is there on the screen. So I am typing some matter, and as soon as I type it, the text toolbar will open up, or a text window will open up for me, properties window will open up to me on the right hand side, and from here itself, by selecting the text, I can change the font, I can change the font size to whatever size I want, I can change the alignment to left, right, left, center, right, or justify. I can also change the color of my font and make it bold, italic, underline, strike through, and give a shadow effect to it. So these are the difference. So when I click on the particular text, this particular text dialog box opens up for me, where I can now text frame, where I can do all my formatting. Now similarly, I click on the here and I can type any air, water, noise, and I can select this, and I can also change the alignment here, and here I can take it to the top. Here this is the alignment in the cell, that is the top, center, or bottom, that is alignment inside the text. I can also give a particular type of bullet to my text by selecting it and clicking on the bullets option. So there are many different types of bullets. I can select any of the bullets. So these are the formattings of the text which can be done in a slide. That means the font size, bold, italic, underline, the shadowing effects. We can have the superscript, subscripts, and also the text formatting, that is the text alignment, and the placement of the text within a slide, that also can be done, that is alignment in top, center, vertically or horizontally, and bottom. Then the spacings in between the text can be also increased and decreased, that is the spacing increasing. I have to first select the text, and spacings, I can increase the spacings between the bullets, and also if I want, decrease it, and even change the bulleting and numbering style, that also can be done from this. So these are the basic formattings which can be done to text inside. So now this goes with text, bullets, or even paragraphs. Paragraphs also can be formatted in a similar way. Different types of objects can be inserted into a slide along with the text and paragraphs. The different objects can be charts and graphs, pictures, music, then audio files, or even certain drawing objects like text boxes, and you have got the different shapes which we can insert. All these different objects help to make our presentation look attractive. So let us understand how all these different objects can be inserted into a slide. We will now see how to insert different types of objects into a slide. Now, inserting a slide can be done from the insert option, the slide menu, and when I click on a slide, then the layouts of the slides are visible to me in the layouts option. Now, by any chance, if the layout is not seen and you want to change the layout, you can also click on the format option and click on the layouts, then the different slide layouts. Now here, the blank layout or the title slide, and even the title and content. When I click on title and content, now the title slide will give you the title, and along with that we can add a subtitle. But in title and content, when I click, I can either give a bulleted list over here, or I can insert different objects like tables, graphs and charts, inserting pictures or movies. This can be done either from here, or I can make my slide layout blank layout and click on the insert option and select any of the options like insert pictures, tables, movies or objects, charts, etc. from this. So insertion of objects in a slide can be done through either through by putting it on blank slides or any other layout, or by selecting the title and content option. Now suppose I click on the blank layout and I say insert table option, then it allows me to insert tables, the number of rows and columns according to my choice. That is, I want 3 columns and maybe 6 rows. My table comes on the slide. Now I can use my fill handles and increase the size of my table. Now as soon as the table is selected, there are certain a toolbar appears which is called as a toolbar, which helps me to work much better with the table. Now here there are certain options like the table option, which gives me, I can draw the table option from here also. Here I can select the style of my bordering. I can change the color of my border. I change the thickness, and also I can select the cell colors and change it to any other color of my choice. So this is the coloring and the formatting of the borders. Then here we have got merging of the cells. Now suppose I want to type a title for this table, I can select this all the 3 cells and merge them. So merging means creating a the lines between the cells will disappear and it will be merged into a single cell. Similarly, if I want to have a splitting of the cells, that is, this particular column I want to split it into 2, then I can click on the split cells and I can split it into 3 different rows again. So this is called as splitting and merging. I don't want to do it, I can select it again, and I can click here, and again I will say vertically into different. So I can either do it horizontally or I can do it vertically. So this is horizontal and vertical splitting of the cell. Similarly, if I want to delete a particular row, I can click on, or column, I can click on the delete row or the delete column. So here I am deleting this particular column. And if I want to insert another new column, I can click on the insert row or insert column. So here a new column has got inserted. This way I can do formatting to the different cells of the table. So here once again a recap: the bordering can be done, bordering colors, the cell colors, then in merging of cells, splitting of the cells, and here even the text in the cells. So suppose if I write some text in a cell, then I can also select the text and select the alignment of the, that is the top alignment, the center alignment or the bottom alignment of my text in the cell. This can be done. I can also use the, on the exactly the same way here, I can do it from here also. On the right hand side a properties box opens up where I can do a lot of formattings with my cell, that is with my table, that is the different options which are available, spacings and bullets, numbering, all the options which were thought in the properties, that can be done with the help for the tables also. So this is how to insert a table. Now let us insert a, so once my table is over, I do not want anymore, I have done some changes, that is I have merged the thing, I have changed the, and all the, whatever is over, I can close the tables toolbar. So I need that. Now I want to insert a new slide. So I can click on new slide, and I can also insert a new slide from this formatting toolbar over here and click on the from the standard toolbar. I can insert a new slide from here. So I click on new slide. I have inserted a slide, and this time I will take the title and content and click on the graph. So here I can insert any type of graph into my slide. Now here click on this option and I can change the different values. Let us take, I'm going to say A, And as I will change it, the A, B, C, the categories C and D. I'm just entering some values, some random values, so that you can understand. 100. So the values are changing, and you will see that it is changing. So this way, the column 1, column 2, column 3, the X and the Y values can be changed from this option, and my charts can be formatted in the manner which I want to. So this is the way that we can insert charts into our slide. Now once that is over, the next object that we are going to learn is how to insert a new slide. I'll insert a new slide. In it, I will just bring this back here. Yeah, a new slide. And now we can insert pictures into our slide. Pictures means any pictures can be inserted into our slide. If we have the picture, we have to just select the picture, and we can, so I'm just taking a picture which I already have and insert it into the slide. So this is a small little picture, not very important to provide it. And here we can change the different type. Again, here we can get the properties box where I can make the different changes to the property. So this is how to insert pictures. Next, we are going to learn how to insert different types of drawing objects into our slide. Now we will see how to insert drawing objects. So here I am going to insert a new slide, a blank slide, and here in the blank slide, from the drawing toolbar, I can select any of the different drawing shapes, that is say triangle, and once I draw it, I can do the different formattings over here. From this particular option, I can select it and do the different types of formattings which I want for my object, that is the borders, the fill colors, etc. I can do it from here. The arrow signs, whatever I want, I can do. All the different options are available to me, and I can do it. So this is the drawing tool. Now here there are stars, banners, flowcharts, smileys, and many other options which are there. Now individually each of this is a, so I'm just changing the color and the transparency and all the different options. You can please go through the different styles available, and you can make the. Now the important thing is about grouping of the two. Now individually, if I can move, these two things are separate objects, but if I want, I can also group two objects together so that they can move together. So I click on this, I object, click my control key, and uh, so here I have this object. I click here, not the control, sorry, the shift key. I keep the shift key pressed and select this, and I can right click and group this object. I can also group it from the format option. Grouping option can be done from here also. Now when I group it, then both of these objects are considered as one group, and they move together. Now right click, and if I want, I will ungroup it again. Once I ungroup it, then this can go separately, and this object will be separate. So this is meant by grouping and ungrouping of the different objects. Grouping will convert it into a single object. Now this grouping can be done with any of the objects which are there on the slide. Now in the same way, I can also insert different, as I told you, we can insert pictures from files. I already explained to you, but and along with pictures, I can also insert audio, movies and sound clips. Now here I have got a, if I have not much of a song, I do not know. Yeah, let me see. This is a audio clip. If I insert this audio clip here, then a small little icon of the audio clip comes up, and when I can reduce the size, or even I can move it out. But when I will, and here these are the options which are available: play, stop, pause and repeat. All these options are available in a toolbar which comes up when the audio file is selected. Now I can move it over here so that it's not seen, and I can run the slideshow. When I run this slideshow, the audio, yeah, see, the audio gets played. So this is the way in which I can insert audio into any audio into a slide. So I'm just deleting it right now. And in the same way, if I have got movie clips, I can also insert different movie clips into my slide. So these are the different objects, that is pictures, tables, movie and sound clips, and different types of objects and charts. These and also the different drawings objects can be inserted. Text boxes also can be inserted. So I can select this and write some text in this using the text box option, and all the different options are available from the for formatting any of the formatting, the options remain the same. So I can select it and format it from the right hand side menu option. So these are the different objects that we can insert to make our presentation attractive during the slideshow. We can insert animations and transitions into a slide. The difference between animation and transition is transitions are the way in which one slide appears after another, the graphic way in which one slide appears after the other. And in case of custom animations, it is the internal objects, how they are animated inside a slide. So this is the difference between animation and transition. So let us understand how to animate the slides and how to change the backgrounds of a slide to make it more attractive during slideshow. Once all the content of my presentation are ready, I can make it much more attractive by using custom animations and transitions on the slide. To give a custom, and animations are the effects which are given to the different objects inside a slide, whereas transitions are the different movement of from one slide to the other, the effects, that graphic effects that happen when we move from one slide to the other, that is called as slide transition. Whereas slide animation refers to the different types of animation effects which might be given to the objects inside a slide. So the in order to give transitions and animations, we need to click on the slideshow option and then click on custom animation. The custom animation window opens up on the right hand side. Select the text, click on add, and then click on the different effects. There is entrance, emphasis, exit, motion path, and some miscellaneous different types of animation are available. Let us say entrance. Entrance means all four of them have got different needs. That is, if I want, entrances is generally given for when the text needs to enter into a particular slide in a particular way. That is, it can be fly in, fly out, or show. This way it will, you can see in fly the method, we can even increase this and decrease the size or the speed of the animation. And emphasis means if I want to emphasize on a particular point, then I can use the emphasis option. The exit is if I want the particular text to leave the slide, the animation in which it can leave the slide once its work is over, that is called the exit. And motion path is helping me to give certain types of movements into the slide, that is moving the object in the slide itself using the different options, that is diamonds or stars or pointed star. All these are the different types of animations which can be done, that is entrance, exit, emphasis, and motion path. We can also decide on the speed of the animation however I want to with this option. So these are the different animation, and animations can be done to any object on the slide. All the objects, we just have to select the object and give the necessary animation. So click on this, click on add, and here if I want a motion path or an emphasis, then color blending, or see, now color blending is a type for this type of options. I can use jargon color, any type of option I can use for an object on my slide. This is called as the animation feature of OpenOffice Impress. Once all the contents of my slides are ready, that is I have inserted different objects, I have given text, paragraphs, etc. I can make my slide more attractive by giving animations and transition effects to the slide. Animations are nothing but the different type of graphic options which are available to animate the different contents inside a slide. That is the different objects, that is the titles, here in this case the graph, or here the objects, whichever I've inserted, I can give different types of animated effects to this using the custom animation. Whereas transition refers to how one slide after the other, the effect with which one slide after the other appears during a presentation. So that is the difference between transition and animation. So let us see how to animate a slide. So when if I want to use the animation on a particular object inside slide, I have to first select the object and then click on slideshow and click on custom animation. A dialog box opens up on the right hand side, and here under add I have got different effects like entrance, emphasis, exit and motion path. I can select any of them. That is, entrance means when I want a particular object to enter into the slide. Exit is the effect which will help it to move away from the slide. Emphasis will give an emphasis on the object will stay in the slide, and it will also give emphasize on that particular point, and motion path will allow the object to move in between inside the slide itself in a different motion. So these are the different objects. So let us say I'm giving the entrance, and here I can also select the speed of my presentation of the animation with the help of this. For example, box, it's very fast, slow, medium, etc. Or diamond. Now emphasis, if I want to emphasize on the same thing by changing the font or changing the color or making it transparent or spinning it, all this is the emphasis. That is, I'm emphasizing on the point. It is neither leaving the presentation nor it is entering. Exit means then this particular, it will exit out of the presentation. And motion path means it will move around in a particular manner in the same slide. So this is called as the diamond or the crescent or a circle. So the object will move around in the same slide itself. So these are the different animation effects which can be given to the different objects in the slide. In a similar manner, I can also change the order. This is exactly like how we used to do it in PowerPoint. There is no difference between how the animations are done. Similarly, if I want slideshow, slide transitions, I can give different types of transitions and the speed and for each, and also I can apply those transitions to single slides or to all the slides. So this way I can select individual slides and give different animations, or I can select one single animation and give it to apply it to all the slides. So, and here also once again I can select on the speed of the animation, slow, fast and medium. So these are the different ways in which I can give animations and transitions to the slide. And also by I can click on the master slide here, the master page here, and give different types of ready-made templates which are available for changing the look of the presentation. That is, the backgrounds of the presentation can be changed by clicking on the master page and changing the different layouts. That is, the different backgrounds can be given and my slides can be made very attractive. This can be done from the master page. That is, I close this once again. On the task pane here, I can get the master page. The animations and transitions also can be done from this tab. But here, if I click on master page, I can get different types of options available, which I can make my presentation look attractive. Once my entire presentation along with animations and all the different objects are ready, I can click on the slideshow and run the slideshow. I can even set up my slideshow if I want it manually, or from only a particular slide numbers I want, from this slide to this slide, or and all that type of different types of options available for my slideshow settings can be done from the slideshow option, slideshow settings. And once everything is ready, I can simply click on the slideshow option and run my presentation according to the whatever I have selected. Those presentations it will be played on my system. So this is basically all whatever we had to learn about the OpenOffice Impress. And once we start using OpenOffice Impress, we will realize that it is a very easy software to understand. So thank you very much for listening to the presentations and understanding the different objects of OpenOffice Impress. Thank you.